feelings, so complex, strong, and diverse, are something that only humans can experience. And only a human being can express these feelings in many different ways. One of them is dancing. The grace, flexibility, and rhythm of your body's movements can sometimes convey a lot. Dancing is literally liberating, filling us with energy and peace. Dancing is also about beauty. Moreover, it is an art form that is evolving and taking on interesting new forms. The idea of sport dancing first emerged on the European continent about 100 years ago. The incredible combination of sport and art turned to be explosive. People really enjoyed it, and sport dancing spread further and is now popular on every continent. Acrobatic dancing, ice dancing, and of course, sports ballroom dancing, which is referred to as dance sport. All these are already considered as professional sport, with all the sports attributes like competitions, but at the same time, it is still an art, since they involve performance and spectacle. Moreover, dancers have the right to choose how to balance between dry standards and artistic expression.
Some people perceive it more as sport and add some art on top of it. Other people treat it more like art, but to express this art they add sport to make it stable. But in any case, one cannot exist without the other. We can't deliver a great program for 7 rounds, adding new elements and challenges from round to round if we don't have sports training. Similarly, the dance will not be interesting if there is no artistic element and understanding that the art of dance is about something greater. It should touch our soul and reach out to the audience's hearts. A true champion needs to have an understanding of balance. In order to build a vision, depth, and understanding of dance, it is crucial to improve your physical and mental abilities simultaneously.
In recent years, dance sport is a direction that has been developing very actively in Kazakhstan. There are passionate individuals in the country who consistently contribute to the growth of such an expansive occupation. Considering that there are dozens of dance and sports clubs around the nation, the number of these individuals increases rapidly. And it's paying off. Even though Kazakhstan began to develop dance sport far later than the majority of other competing countries, experts say that our dancing couples have already placed Kazakhstan among the top 5 in the world.
Naturally, our Kazakh dancers possess great character and charisma, and the most important thing is that we began to develop the field of dance sport in Kazakhstan by bringing in professional international-level coaches, hosting international events, so that our dancers could have access to everything that the world has to offer. We tried to give them the best and most recent knowledge, so dancing has become more accessible in terms of information. Kazakhstan had the best results over the last years. Our dance couples got their titles, became champions at the world, European, and Kazakh competitions, and of course our guys became Blackpool champions. Blackpool Dance Festival is the most important competition in the dance sport world that takes place in England. Our dancers also became champions of the North American Imperial Star Ball competition that took place in the US. A lot of work has been done. It's very impressive.
The Blackpool Dance Sport Festival is considered the most prestigious international dance competition. In 2023, the names of dancers from Kazakhstan were first included in the Blackpool's Golden List, and those champions are Matvey Starikov and Maria Samoylenko. After defeating 100 other couples, they won in the junior category for dancers under the age of 14. Of course, winning such tournaments is every dancer's dream. We were very happy to win this title, and we continue working hard and striving to win other major competitions like this one.
на таких же крупных турнирах.
Great heights are not achieved by chance. Furthermore, this requires more than just the dancers and their teachers' talent. Raising champions is also an endless marathon of physical and psychological challenges.
У нас категории делятся по возрасту, и если ты завоевал...
Dance categories are divided by age, and if you win the championship in junior category, next year you will be competing in a different category because you will turn 15. It means that you will have to compete with the dance couples that are older and stronger. To maintain your position, you must win every year and put in a lot of training.
Physical training of the dancers is crucial. They need to endure many rounds the entire day, improving their performances each round. And, as we know, the tournaments often begin in the morning, and the most important final rounds can take place around 10-11 p.m. Thus, it's important to have psychological preparation, to be morally ready for different external factors. This is also an extremely crucial moment because most dancers, even though they're really great, usually have their comfort zone. That is, their preferred spot on the dance floor, their favorite music and outfit. When they face other external factors at the competition, it might affect their performance and lead to undesired consequences. To be honest, the preparation for dance competitions is a difficult process. You feel afraid and it binds you mentally. In such situations, you need to dance as much as possible before the competition, give it your all and get the fear out of your system. At the same time, it's important to avoid burning out so you don't lose the desire to dance at the competition itself. Sometimes I'm just lazy, other times I don't want to train at all, but whatever is the case, I must go. It's discipline after all. I don't think any athlete wants to train all day long. Like any other person, an athlete wants to sit at home, maybe lie down and relax, or engage in his hobbies, do his own thing. But discipline comes into play here, and he feels motivated to get up and train, which is why discipline is crucial.
Another great reason to admire dance sport is amazing costumes. Naturally, they are extremely exclusive and not only in design. One of the most important things in the costume is the fit. It has to be perfect. For example, the female dancer should not think about the dress at all. During the dance, she should only care about the dance. There cannot be any interference, no accessory or the hem of the skirt should distract her. In other words, all of these aspects matter when choosing and designing the costume. It should let the dancer easily move on the parquet, solely focused on the dance. And in order to do that, the costume should become a part of her, fit her like a mold, like a second skin. It goes without saying that a dancer's costume is unique, something made specifically for a particular individual. But as it turns out, taking measurements to create such a costume is not enough. I invite a female dancer here for a fitting and put an initial costume rendering on her. And then the magic begins. We start placing fabrics, I ask her to dance and record a video of that to be able to analyze it. Later, I go through the entire process and watch the videos by myself, figuring out what parts I need to work on. As for the costume fabrics, color and texture, it's a collaborative process where we make decisions together with the dancer. We go to the mirror, get advice from the dance coach, take a few pictures. It's easier to see certain details on the photo, since it demonstrates how the fabric, texture, or color highlights a certain part of the dancer's face. This is a really interesting and labor-intensive process. We have already mentioned how difficult the path to championship is. Now, we will tell you that you are only permitted to embark on the journey wearing the footwear that is specifically made for dancing. For instance, young dancers at the age of 4 or 5 should wear closed shoes with a sole made of pure leather.
Когда ребенок переходит в более взрослую категорию,
When a child moves to adult dance category, the shoes are divided into 2 types according to the dance program. The first type is specifically for the European program. They are closed-toe shoes with heels that are at least 5 centimeters high. Later on, the heels become higher. The second type is for the Latin program. These are open-toe shoes that are totally exposed, much like sandals. For safety reasons, the sole and insole should be entirely made from leather. The heel also starts at 5 centimeters in junior category and increases further to 6.3 and 7 centimeters. The dancers in the youth category wear shoes with heels that are 8 centimeters and above.
8 сантиметров и выше.
Dance sport, or ballroom dancing, originated in Europe. Therefore, at first, the word ballroom fully justified its meaning. Foxtrots and waltzes formed the foundation of the competition program. But gradually, this beautiful sport globalized, succumbing to the influence of African and Latin American dance traditions. Eventually, another full-fledged program was formed, Latin. There was a time when there was a third program, the so-called Soviet program, which included such dances as polka and sudarushka. However, due to the program's lack of appeal among dancers, it was eventually cancelled. As a result, for many years, the dance agenda of all competitions consists of European and Latin American programs. The standards of dancers' appearance have been formed and almost never change.
Смотрите, у нас вообще есть такие общемировые.
There are famous dance organizations, such as World Dancesport Federation and World Dance Council. The dress rules are different there.
Допустим, WDSF все-таки.
For example, according to World Dancesport Federation, the costumes should be restrained, especially in the juvenile categories, which include children up to 11 years old.
Юниоры. Там костюм.
Then, at the age of 12, the junior category begins. There are more matte fabrics used in the costume, no accessories, and some restrictions on the length of the bodysuit and skirt.
По длине боди все очень сдержано. В другой федерации.
Another federation, the World Dance Council, follows the same basic rules and restrictions but allows some additional embellishments in the shape of flowers. Those could be neck, hands, or other accessories. Another distinction between the standard and Latin programs is the dress length. Longer skirts for the European program and shorter skirts for the Latin one.
Программу, более короткие на латинскую программу. Вот такие моменты есть. Далее, когда мы переходим уже в юниоры,
There are also differences in dress rules applied to junior dancers. For example, World Dance Council permits costumes with rhinestones, strass, and glitter, while World Dancesport Federation adheres to more restrained rules. There are other restrictions, such as how much skin or body parts you can expose.
где нет, камни, стразы там не допускаются.
Accessories and extra elements such as rhinestones are permitted in an older category, beginning with Junior 2, where dancers must be at least 14 years old.
Добавлять камни, более сложные.
Overall, we can say that World Dance Council is more liberal in that sense.
Более демократичная, скажем.
Dance sport certainly deserves the love that hundreds of millions of fans around the world have for it. And the number of these fans is only growing, as is the number of dancers. Which means that the level of competition between them is also increasing. It is becoming more difficult to be technical, beautiful, artistic, and to keep your dance title. But the more pleasant is the taste of victory, which gives your favorite work even more meaning.
I am happy when I dance well. I feel really powerful and strong when I do that. The feeling is cool and it motivates me to go forward.